Donald Trump is getting an earful on Saturday morning, and it isn't coming from inside his cabinet. Oh, no. It's coming from people who actually know. And the question will become, what in the world is going to be the consequence to pardon or not to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? And this is breaking on so many levels. You have got to hear what these three folks, key people, have to say. Because if you don't recall Gretchen Carlson from Fox News and what happened, she's kind of a key component of this, not only because she's a female, but also because of Fox News. This.
Next tonight here, the bombshell settlement, $20 million for former Fox News anchor Gretchen Carlson after accusing former Fox News CEO Roger Ailes of sexual harassment. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis tonight on the eye-opening public apology that came with it.
Tonight, just 2 months after filing a sexual harassment suit against Fox News' top boss, Roger Ailes, Gretchen Carlson reaching a $20 million settlement with 21st Century Fox. The Fox News parent company apologizing. We sincerely regret and apologize for the fact that Gretchen was not treated with the respect and dignity that she and all of our colleagues deserve. The evidence in Carlson's suit, including conversations with Ailes she secretly recorded on her cell phone. I want to thank all the brave women who came forward to tell their own stories and the many people across the country who embraced and supported me.
I want to support all women who've been victims of sexual harassment.
And he likes to remind everyone of his power.
Well, I'm allowed to give her a pardon, but nobody's approached me with it. Nobody's asked me about it.
Sources telling ABC News the company has also settled with a handful of other women who came forward with their own allegations against Ailes.
And of course, dismissive Donald makes comments like this.
I never had the privilege of going to his island. Right now, it would be inappropriate to talk about it.
Really, Donald? You didn't have the privilege of going to the island? Not a good word to use in this circumstance. But when things really come down to consequence, that's what this breaking story comes down to. Because we do stand in the moment right now of what if. What if he does it? What if he actually sits with Todd Blanche and Pam Bondi and they decide to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? Well, in this breaking story, there's a couple of really key important people like Gretchen Carlson and, his former White House press secretary, Sean Spicer, and one more who have a little advice Donald might want to listen to. Check out this breaking story right here.
I want to ask you one more question, and I'm asking with knowledge of forethought and more than spidey sense. Dan, what do you think the reaction would be if Donald Trump pardoned Maxwell?
Outrage.
Or commuted or sent?
Yeah, bipartisan outrage.
I have not heard the words Epstein survivor out of the White House ever.
We are in this moment today because we believe these survivors.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This is a very personal, painful, both physically, emotionally, mentally, intellectually painful experience to go through, to see the level of injustice. I believe what we're seeing is a normalization of the decriminalization of sexual harm.
But love your reaction to her saying that what we are seeing is a normalization of the decriminalization of sexual harm.
They have been forgotten from the beginning.
You know, multiple times President Trump has been asked the question, would you pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? And he never categorically says no.
That is, to your point earlier, normalizing the fact that it doesn't matter what she did. The idea that that would even be on the table for consideration, that is going to cross all party lines. There will be an insurrection if that happens. It won't just be Democrats. It'll be MAGA. It'll be independents. It will be everybody.
There will be outrage like never before if she gets a deal. This will transcend partisan line.
Because we are at a place in the society right now where we know back in 2006, that whole case gave a sweetheart deal to Epstein, and he continued to violate women and girls after that. Then he died in prison, and so they were not allowed to seek justice by actually having him go on trial. There was a short reprieve when Maxwell was actually convicted, but now that's being politicized. Now we have Donald Trump calling it a hoax. And now we have the idea that none of these survivors have been contacted to actually release the grand jury testimony, which, by the way, is illegal if they are not contacted to do so. And then you have Trump saying that He didn't want to hurt people. So, but the implication was not that he was talking about survivors with releasing the information. It was that maybe he would be hurting some of his friends in high places. In 2025, we live in a different cultural environment. We're not demanding that they come forward to tell their stories because we're questioning the validity of it. No, we believe them. The American public is demanding the accountability of the perpetrators. We have the American public demanding information. 86% of the American public wants information. And that is a credit to the courage of these survivors for coming forward and telling their story. That child sex trafficking is a crime and that you should not be granted clemency or any release. I think the American public would rise up against that because we are at a different place in 2025 than we were even just 9-10 years ago.
Sean, what would be, how would the president think about this? If there was a reason he was inclined to commute her sentence, two things. What would he be thinking the upside would be? And how concerned would he be about the criticism he would get?
I actually think about this differently. I would say he would be under the impression that he was going to be able to say that they got something from her, further information. I think if anyone who sells him on this is lying to him. I don't know what Ghislaine Maxwell could possibly tell you. Now, could you?
She's going to exonerate him, and that's what he wants. Is her out?
But I'm telling you, the reaction.
Do anything. That's all he cares about.
Right, but I'm telling you, if that happens,
I agree.
The number of people that care about this issue, care about those young girls, care about justice for so many of these people that have gotten off. I hope to God nobody in the White House has led him to believe that that's the case, that there would be a smart move.
You just had a victim female use the I word, insurrection. You just heard two males, one of whom worked inside the White House with Trump, use the M word, mistake. Do I believe that Donald Trump, in all of his hubris, arrogance, elitism, and never suffering one consequence in his life for anything bad he's done, will listen? No, I don't. I have no idea what will occur when he doesn't listen, but do I believe he'll listen? No, because he lives in a bubble that he feels he's hermetically sealed from anything bad happening to him ever. Well, I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and wouldn't lose a vote. That's where he still is from 2015 to today. Good luck with that, Donald. You guys stay frosty.